What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the Anabolic Outpost. Today I have a new kind of video, and hopefully the first of many, talking about specific foods and how I incorporate them into my diet, and more importantly, how you can incorporate them into your diet based on many different types of goals. And in my opinion, there is no better way to start this series with one of the most commonly used but also commonly misinformed foods that are classified as healthy, but other people may interpret them otherwise. And as you could tell by the title, the food I will be discussing in today's video is going to be peanut butter. If you ask the average person, they will probably tell you that peanut butter is healthy, which is not necessarily false. But part of the trends that you will notice in this series is that many people misinterpret a food that is healthy versus a food that is low calorie that could help you to lose weight. But before I dive too deep into talking about the food itself, I want to explain and clarify that there are 3 different types of peanut butter. And on screen now you can see this helpful chart that I made to help distinguish the different types and also give you a calorie and macro breakdown of each type. Firstly, talking about the one on the left, it's going to be Jif, but this goes for any store-bought or name brand peanut butter that you would find on a store shelf. But these jars are always highly processed, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But once you go ahead and taste the one in the middle, you will never want to go back with the taste that these give you. They also add sugar to them, which is never a positive, and I haven't bought one of these brands in years. If you do really like these though, I'm not going to discourage you from buying them. I just don't personally like them, and I don't see a situation where you would turn these over the natural peanut butter in the center. Moving on to that one in the center though, which is going to be the natural peanut butter, which comes from grinding peanuts, which releases their oil and creates peanut butter. Oftentimes the only ingredients that you will find in these are peanuts and sometimes salt. But other than that, it tastes amazing and it is very versatile in a variety of different recipes and ways, which I will be covering in just a moment. From a macro point of view though, it is very similar to the Jif peanut butter. It does slightly edge it out though in categories like sugar and protein. But the most surprising thing and the main trend that you will find in both of these things is that they are very high in calories and very dense in calories. For only 2 tablespoons, both of these items are going to be 180 calories each. And 2 tablespoons is really only 2 mouthfuls, and that is like nothing. So that is something I would say right off the bat. If you are consuming peanut butter in excessive quantities, and you're not trying to keep your calorie intake up, or even worse, you're trying to lose weight, I would recommend you steer clear from peanut butter in general, or use it in moderation only when you are really craving it. If you are in that situation though, when you're trying to lose weight, don't worry, there is another alternative. As you can see, the one on the right, many people are not familiar with this one, but essentially you could actually dry out peanut butter and extract the fat from it, and what you will be left with is this, which is powdered peanut butter. You will likely find these branded in PB2 or PB Fit. And it is only 50 calories per serving, which is nearly 4 times less than the other 2 I just covered. And this stuff does come in a powder when you first buy it, but that's just to preserve its shelf life and quality. When you do want to use this stuff, you end up mixing it with milk and water, and that's the replacement for the fat in the peanut butter. And I'd be lying if I said that you'd be left with the same thickness or creaminess as regular peanut butter. But it still is a great alternative when you are craving peanut butter, but you want the lower calorie version, and you could get a lot more volume out of this, as this is measuring 2 tablespoons of the powder. But if you can mix this with 2 tablespoons of milk or water, like I said, it is double the volume for 4 times less calories, like I just mentioned. So definitely don't be afraid of this stuff. They do add some sugar to it, not as much as Jif, so it does enhance the flavor. And it's not like it's synthetic peanut butter or anything. It's made the same way that regular peanut butter would be. There's just one extra step of drying out the peanut butter and removing the fat and removing a lot of the calories in the process. And I would also like to take a quick moment to acknowledge that there is a peanut butter recipe that I posted earlier in the week that combines the natural peanut butter and the PB2 together to make a nice compromise version that is still low calorie but yet higher in protein. And like I said, it compromises both of the flavors and makes it very comparable to the real thing. I will link that at the top of the description of this video as well if you want to look at that. It's another great recipe and even a 4th alternative based on the macros and goals that you are looking for. Now that I've gone over the different types and covered the basic macro and calorie breakdown, I'm now going to talk about how you can fit this into your diet based on many different goals. First off, I'm going to talk about it in relation to myself as somebody who is trying to gain weight and gain muscle at the same time. I'm currently in a bulk phase, gaining about 1 pound per week, and recently peanut butter has been my best friend. It's so versatile, from something as simple as just spreading it on a cracker to putting it in a smoothie. You could do so many different things with it, and there's hardly a day that goes by where I'm not eating peanut butter. Just going over some of the times I will eat it: I will put it in my oats, spread it over my French toast, spread it over crackers to eat, bake it in the various recipes that you will see on this channel, put it in my smoothies, eat it with rice cakes, eat it with fruit. The possibilities are endless. I think you get the point by now that it goes great with a variety of different things. And there is hardly a time where you will not find peanut butter in my house. Now, as I've already stated, it is pretty high in fat, but I also like the fact that it has a decent amount of protein and carbs in there as well. Not to mention the various vitamins and minerals. For someone like me who's trying to gain weight, I can't see any reason why I wouldn't want to consume this product. On the other hand though, this isn't the case for everybody, and if you're on the other side of the spectrum and you're trying to lose weight, I would try to minimize your peanut butter consumption to little if none at all if possible. Like I said earlier though, there is a great alternative in the powdered variation. You could just mix it with equal parts milk or water, and you will have a comparable peanut butter that you could consume yourself. You obviously still have to stay in a calorie deficit, so I don't want to say that you could eat as much of this stuff as you want, but it's very high in protein, so it is going to be filling. So this is a great tool that you have at your disposal to incorporate into your diet. There are other goals that I could mention though, but if you're in the middle from what I just discussed, you obviously have to use your own best personal judgment on how you want to incorporate it. Another thing I wanted to mention for using it in your diet is that it is high in calories and decently balanced in each macronutrient. So it's great to eat if you want some preserved energy or you know you're not going to be able to eat for a while. It sticks like glue in your stomach, so I would recommend it in that situation. But then again, more than anything, it is pretty high in fat, so try not to eat it any time before or after close to your training sessions. Fat slows down digestion, which is not something that you want pre or post workout, so holding off a couple hours on either end is optimal no matter what training you plan on doing. That pretty much has it covered though. Hopefully you got the gist and you got some good information from this video, and even then I hope I cleared up some information and some of the questions that you may have had regarding this food. If there still remain some questions unanswered though, I would love to start a discussion in the comments section below. I will help to clarify even further or just have a general discussion on peanut butter. I'm open for it, and that was my main intent with these videos anyway. Also, if you are interested in purchasing powdered peanut butter that I mentioned in this video, or you want to check out my alternative peanut butter recipe that I posted earlier this week, check it out in the description below. I will link both of those at the top of the description, and you can click on both of those links if you desire. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this new style of video. And if you had a suggestion for what food I should talk about next, comment it down below as well. And there is a good chance that you will see it done in the near future. If you did find this video helpful today though, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.